Gemini, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today I'm here to do your mid-March reading. We're going to take a look at your overall general energy today, what you may not see coming, get some important advice from Spirit, and take a look at the hidden truth. A lot of different categories I'm getting into. First, let's jump right in. Let's see what your angel number frequency is for the rest of the month, Gemini. Thank you for tuning in today, for being here with me. I know your time is valuable. I appreciate time spent together. Okay? And thank you, Spirit, for presiding over this reading for Geminis. Thank you. Okay. What is the angel number frequency, Gemini, that you are experiencing, will be experiencing? What is Spirit sending your way in the messages? 2121. Energy levels. That day you're waiting for will come, Gemini. Maintain discipline. You're getting closer to your end goal. There's no need to overextend yourself. Guard your energy to remain focused. It will pay off. It's a climb, not an elevator ride. Trust in you. Prosperity, harmony, journey, waiting, discipline, exaggeration. Okay, interesting. So Spirit is telling you to pay close attention to your energy, okay? You could be really working on, some of you are working on newer healthy routines, okay, where you have a goal. Whatever goal that is in your life right now, whether you have a goal of, I'm saving for that trip, I'm working through this relationship, challenge, you have a goal in mind. And Spirit is saying, you have to make sure you have enough of your own energy reserves to maintain your own stamina with what you're trying to create, okay? Some of you are really trying to harmonize in a bond. Others of you are trying to create more prosperity, okay, in your work life for the next few weeks. 2121, whenever you see that, Spirit is sending you energy, okay, to just keep going. Keep going. All right. I have my Oracle deck here on display, the angel number Oracle cards, and then also, this is the Tarot for the Great Outdoors. I love this deck. It's new. I've been talking about it all throughout this mid-month reading series for every zodiac. I cannot tell you how much I love this deck. So if you like nature and you enjoy the great national parks in America, this is what we're going to be looking at for your tarot spread. And the meanings, they're a little bit different than some of the traditional meanings. So just bear with me. All right. What are the current energies coming in, Gemini? Current energies, show me, Spirit. Where is Gemini at coming into the reading? Feeling a quickening of the energy. Maybe a need for you to slow down. Things have been a little crazy. Yeah, there you go. The Hermit. Time to slow down, right? Go within. Take a time out. This is in Voyager National Park. A lot of people are getting this. I think it's because we're about to hit a retrograde. And whenever we go through retrograde periods and these eclipses, I think that we're going to feel energetically drained. A lot of us are going through ascension symptoms, which is our systems are upgrading. We're holding in more light. And you're going to feel these periods of time where you're like, God, why am I so thirsty? God, why do I need to take a nap? I never nap. If you're feeling like, this is why, this energetic depletion, it's like one day you're going to be like, oh my God, I'm like an Energizer bunny. And the next day you're going to feel like, oh my God, I'm a sloth. So you could be feeling a lot of highs and lows energetically, okay, for the next few weeks. I think it's something going on in the collective, okay? Make sure you take time in solitude for reflection, okay? And what are you reflecting on? The Five of Sticks. Again, a need for endurance. This is someone out of any kind of change, significant change. This is a forest that has been on fire before. And these are natural occurrences. So whatever in your life that has felt like it was dead or decaying or stagnant, you could have even felt stagnant. And it's time to really start newer. I'm getting a lot of you are on a health kick. Okay? And you're feeling better and better. Okay? You have your good days and your bad days, but you're trying to stick to your own discipline and your own goals. Okay? And Spirit is saying, keep up the good work. Out of this process, right, of change in your own habits and how you see yourself. We've been talking about that a lot, Gemini. You've been going through this beautiful glow up. While the path may be curvy, you're still going to keep enjoying the ride. Okay? There's going to be a lot of new growth around you. Whenever you see a forest that's burned, it can be hard, right, to see that. But in time, right, that forest is going to come back alive again in new and unpredictable ways, all right? Animals will return, right? There will be new growth. So you're going through a process of redefining yourself, reinventing yourself, and experiencing new growth, okay? The challenge, Ace of Blades. This is otherwise known as the Ace of Swords. So you could be, and this is getting out your, oh my God, why am I having a hard time? This is a Swiss Army knife. Okay, sorry. The retrograde is already hitting from the mouth of babes here. So if my words get all scrambled, it's this retrograde is already hitting, and we're not even in the pre-shadow. So I think it's going to be a pretty significant. I mean, and there's a lot. I feel like, aren't the energies turning up in the collective? I don't really want to talk about it that much. I'm going to tune into Amanda Ellis's post today. I'm reading this on what is the date today? The 14th. All the stuff going on in England, with Kate Middleton and all these conspiracy. This is when the conspiracy, starts to churn, and churn up. We're getting a churning in the collective of fear, and you can feel it. Okay? So stay grounded. On an individual level, you have everything you need. This is all the tools that you need to navigate. Finding clarity, right? Whatever might come up in the next couple weeks, the challenge is finding clarity. But you've got what you need, okay? Look I got a screwdriver. I got, you got everything you need here. Spirit wants you to know that. Whatever challenges that may arise, you're going to get through them. Recent past, Ten of Sticks. This is also known as the Ten of Wands, okay? This is the end of a long journey. But you know what? What's beautiful about this instead of the traditional tarot is that this is the time to celebrate. It's a time to commune with the people that you love. You could be really missing family members in the recent past, wanting to spend more time with the people in your life that you really care about, okay? I'm getting that vibe of, you wanting to travel more, see people more, do fun things. You could be making travel plans. But it's like whatever was heavy in the past, it's like you've reached that culmination point where it's like, okay, it's time for a fresh new start, okay? And I want to sit a spell. You're being guided to sit a spell. Yeah, I knew it. Opportunity. You got a cycle ending, Gemini, okay? And this is in, where is this? Glacier. Oh, my God. Those of you who want to get to, Glacier, oh, my gosh. That is just a magical kingdom. It's way up in the Pacific Northwest. I journeyed there in my 20s. The most magical national park. Really is. Look at that. I think it's called Rainbow Lake, and there's all these rainbow pebbles. So this is also, the world is all of the major arcana. You've been on a journey, Gemini, and you've learned so much along the way in this previous chapter. Take all of that with you into the new. Whatever the new is for you, your opportunity is to take everything you know and apply it. Apply it. And that comes with clarity of vision. When you have the power of, the high priestess, the fool, the lovers, we're talking all the majors, okay? I think it's time for you to enjoy. Because enjoy your life because you have arrived. You have arrived. I'm getting such a peaceful vibe from this world card. You could literally go out kayaking and just feel like you have a spiritual moment with God, Goddess. The great Mother Earth herself wants to envelop you, Gemini, over the next few weeks. Get outside. Near future, Four of Blades. Again, wanting to sit with the people you love. It's like there's something about a heartwarming energy that you're craving the next few weeks of really just, even if you don't see the people you love, you're talking to people. Like you're opening up in really deep, profound ways emotionally. As we approach, the summer months, I feel like something's shifting within you. You're recognizing your blessings. You're opening up to more love in your heart. You're feeling more nostalgic. There's this beautiful opportunity for you to commune more with the deeper parts of you, Gemini. I'm feeling that. This new cycle is you being really grounded. And looking at your whole life from this perspective of, God, I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky to have these people in my life, to have the experiences I've had. There's so much gratitude. That's what I'm like, what's the word I'm thinking of? You have so much gratitude over the next couple weeks for being in this fresh new start. Be grateful. Start a gratitude journal. Write down the things that you love about your life every day, and you'll see it multiplied. Overall general energy, the 7 of Stone. Look at that. She's taking new risks, okay? She's trying to choose which way to go up. Think you could be making some important decisions, okay? Mentally, that's going to be interesting. You're making some important decisions about the future, about the direction you want to take, Gemini, with whatever time you have left on Earth, however long that is. It's a beautiful place to be. I feel your confidence. And I feel your warmth. What's at the bottom of the deck? The Devil, okay? I'm telling you, I think you're conquering parts of yourself that would hold back out of fear. There's more self-love coming through, more self-acceptance coming through, and you've been on this journey. I feel like you're now incorporating that more and more into your psyche. Your psychology is shifting, and your perception of the world. What is this Devil? Page of Cups, okay? You could be afraid to open up into new opportunities in love. You're so good on your own. A lot of you are very solitary, all right? Some of you are just like, don't have time. You know what I mean? That's not for me. And just because you don't want or seek romantic love, it has something to do with your heart space. That's what I mean. I feel like I think you're going to have something really open you up over the next couple weeks. And I don't know what, but it might be different for all of you, but I'm going to zero in on this. I feel like it's going to come during the reading. Hidden truth, we're going to get to that later. And that'll probably really tell us what's going on here in your heart space. Something is shifting in your heart space. Something profound. Let's go into, I haven't pulled this one yet. I've been kind of working with 2 of the same decks in all of the Zodiac. But for you, Gemini, I felt guided. You had some sort of painful ending. Whether you lost a loved one or a pet, I'm getting that, or you lost out on a romantic love opportunity and it ended. Something ended in your life. And what may have ended too for a lot of you, overall, no matter what the external circumstances, what ended for you was, you know what? You love yourself now. You have a full heart for you. I think that you're nurturing yourself in new ways, and it's allowing you to fall in love with the people in your life and your life experiences in a profound way. And people are noticing a shift in you, Gemini. There is great change going on in your heart. Something's breaking you wide open. And it's not a painful ending necessarily. It's ending the way you view your life. You may have been really guarded in your lifetime. This feels deep. This feels like a deep, deep, deep transformation, Gemini. I'm not sure why I'm getting this. It's beautiful. It's like you're realizing all the love that maybe you lost out on. I'm getting such a nostalgic vibe. Like you might be remembering things about your early formative years. I think you're looking at all the ways you held yourself back from feeling things for some reason. I think you've had to be there a lot for other people. It's time for you to recognize your blessings, Gemini. I think you are on such a deep level the rest of the month. Like the richness of your life. What's the Hermit here? And the Hermit too is actually piercing through the veil. Something, it's like your soul is giving you some sort of gift in your heart. It's like you're seeing your life through the eyes of spirit. It's really touching me deeply. I am not sure why this is coming through. Something that you lost recently, or it's a remembrance. If you're coming up on an anniversary of the death of a loved one, there's some sort of remembrance or a recent loss that's just, it's making you realize the fragility of life, but It's like this profound profundity of like going deeper. You're seeing your life with a new sense of reverence. Wow. The Hermit is clarified by the Ten of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, and the Nine of Wands. So, you know, you've got this big perspective here on like, you know what, Jenna, whatever's wounded me, I've stuck it out. You could have a long-term relationship where you've weathered a lot and you have a lot of independence in this relationship and you feel good about it. You're still willing to learn. You know, I was actually reading a quote by Joni Mitchell the other day, and she said all the young ones, you know, like they're in it for like, let's go into like and no offense against anyone out there who's in their 20s, but they, you know, the newer generation does have a different perspective on long-term commitment. And it's not that it's one-hit wonders. They just, I think there's some confusion around monogamy and marriage because the divorce rate is so high. And I could see how young people would be like, why should I believe in that institution? But I think there's a lot of Geminis that are tuning in, and whether it's a relationship that you've really invested in long term, or it's you really creating a sense of pleasure and enjoying the finer things in life. I think you've overcome a lot. You could have had a childhood where there was a lot of hardship, and now you've been given a lot of blessings. I'm telling you, you're looking at your life from a place of feeling grateful. Feeling grateful. Some of you could have come into more prosperity after a long, drawn-out battle, right, of lack. Some of you are getting sudden prosperity, and you're not sure what to do with it. It's this Five of Wands. Yeah, I'm telling you, the Wheel of Fortune has turned. Yeah, whoa. Gemini, I've been getting some weird stuff going on with Gemini and Taurus around money, where it's like you got an inheritance, or there's just been this beautiful balancing out of your energy. Like you've gone through so much in your life, but you find yourself at this particular place in time coming into this reading where you're like, it all makes sense now. All these pieces are fitting together differently. And like it's almost like you're saying to yourself, I don't have as much time on this earth as I thought. Like, even if you're young, you're like, I want, it's like the carpe diem attitude. You got a carpe diem attitude over the next couple weeks, and it's making you make really interesting decisions. You know, you're coming to this reading, you're like, yeah, that's it. Like, I'm carpe dieming my life. You're coming into this beautiful place of balance. The wheels have turned. I mean, talk about abundance, enjoying the finer things, nurturing your life, nurturing yourself, nurturing others. I mean, this is like the divine feminine showering you with prosperity, love, abundance, generosity, recognizing the beauty in you, Gemini. No matter how old you are, feel beautiful. And even you men out there, you're beautiful too. This is really embracing your divine feminine. The divine feminine is showering you with unconditional love. You've changed. Something has really changed you, Gemini. I don't know what to do with you all today. It's just really feels so incredible. I have deep readings. You all have been with me for a minute. But this is like, I'm going to have to go for a walk after this reading and just take it in. I think you've been showered with some sort of blessing that you're just like, wow. Wow. And for those of you where this doesn't even matter how much money you have in the bank, y'all. What do you place your value on? Happiness? Love? It's deep. This is deeper than financial wealth. This is coming from that inner well of wealth within. Something is coming out of you, Gemini. Out of great hardship, you have risen into such a strong, secure place in yourself. What is the Seven of Stone? Wow. Seven of Swords, Eight of Cups. And I'm telling you what, it's because you've had to dig deep. You've had to dig deep past your fears. You've had to let go of a lot of emotional upheaval. You've had to, a lot of cups have spilled in your life. I'm telling you, you have such tenacity. Your perseverance is astounding me. You're telling me that no matter how hard it gets, even when the fears come up, you know how to let them go. You're showing a profound capacity to let go, Gemini. And just surrender. You're surrendering to the divine. You're surrendering to the divine. Wow. I'm blown away by this reading. I really am. I really, truly am. You're surrendering to the divine. And it's bringing you an overwhelmment of pure love. It's coming rushing in the next few weeks. I mean, my eye was watering. I'm not crying, but I feel that like you could be moved to tears, tears of joy, tears of exhilaration. You could have something happen to you where it's almost just, you could burst into tears just out of pure joy. I feel like you're going through a massive spiritual awakening. The Star, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Tower. Yeah. I think you've worked really hard to get to where you are now. In the recent past, you've had to go through a lot of struggles. I'm getting that, Gemini. You've been through a lot. You've worked very hard. It's like you have this vision of your life. I'm telling you, there's such a profound feeling of gratitude. You're working so hard, hand in hand with Spirit. And I think Spirit is sending you these beautiful, you're getting these waves. I'm not sure when this started for you, but you're getting these beautiful waves of these gorgeous spiritual downloads of your soul energy. We're talking higher vibrations of love. You're holding unconditional love in your heart, in your body. It's like you're a conduit. You're like a transmitter. I think, did you surrender? Did you surrender to Spirit? Some of you are deeply of a very deep faith, all right? You have a lot of faith. And Spirit is like reinforcing that in you. You've had so much faith and you've persevered through so many hardships, so many chapters. I'm telling you, your heart is just... I don't know what to say, guys. I really don't think that I've ever been this moved in a reading. I hope you can feel this. The World. This is the opportunity, the King of Swords, the Three of Cups, and the Queen of Wands. A lot of you have this beautiful person by your side. And they've been there with you through thick and thin. They tend to be up in their head a lot. You have a very beautiful, beautiful bond. If this isn't a partner, this is someone who really nurtures you. Could be a friend. This is also you coming into deep, deep, profound balance in yourself. Seeing your life as a celebration. I'm telling you, your perception is so beautiful. You're seeing your life as a celebration of love. Your life is a celebration of love, Gemini. You have beautiful balance between your inner desires and in your own wisdom. You see your radiance. You've gained wisdom. You could be going out in nature over the next couple of weeks and having these beautiful, profound moments with God, Goddess. I'm feeling that. Take these opportunities over the next couple weeks to really commune with your soul. That's the opportunity. What's the challenge here at the Ace of Blades? Finding clarity. Wow. You've really manifested a lot more support in your life. And I think that you're really enjoying the enlightenment that these people bring to you. I think you have people in your life that either they're spiritual teachers, mentors, books. You're in a very beautiful pocket of like absorbing more spiritual material. You could be getting interested in more of the esoteric arts. You could be curious about tarot. You could be just finding yourself for the first time watching a tarot reading, and here you are. And you're like, wow, Jenna's really like, this is how I've been feeling. Grateful, in a period of being able to materialize the things in my life that I need at all times. Everything that you need is right here. You trust in spirit, right? Everything that you need, it comes to you. You are a beautiful manifester, okay? The challenge is, can you see that in yourself? I think you're starting to realize it's like that gap between you and you has gotten shorter. And you're like, this is when you start seeing like these like woo-woo things, and you're like, you start thinking about something, and the next day, like, you're like, I really could use a new chair, and I wish it were this tall, and I wish it had this padding. And then you're driving home and there's the chair on the side of the road. Like stuff like that. Just instant manifestations. Or, I've been thinking about calling my friend. Then the phone rings and you haven't heard from them in a year, and there they are. You're going to start getting some unique signs and synchronicities. The challenge is, are you paying attention? Spirit is saying, pay attention to what you're manifesting here. The challenge is maybe even coming to be on the same page with someone in this spiritual growth that you're going through. Are they on the ride with you? Or are they like, what's this person talking about? You might have people around you as you go through this beautiful period of spiritual expansion, not understanding this, okay? You trust in your own relationship with your own inner divinity, okay? I don't see that going anywhere. This is Four of Blades, enjoying a time out with the people that you love. Taking a rest, healing. Oh, wow. You could have some struggles come up in the near future. And this is why I think you're in this beautiful, beautiful vibe. This really beautiful vibration of unconditional love. And then what happens? You're like, oh, we can't stay there. You have these beautiful... I've had really profound moments when I've been a hermit in my life where I just feel the love. I feel the love of spirit, right? And then now you're like, oh, I'm in this beautiful high vibe. And then bam, somebody comes along and says something. And it's like, ouch. You know what I mean? A trigger point. And then you're like, lost the high vibe. Now I'm in a low vibe. So you could be working on healing with another, okay? Anyone in your life that you've had love for, okay? It could be a family member. It could be a best friend. It could be your actual love partner, okay, if you're in a relationship. And this is about not getting too dragged down, okay? It's like you could have this downward energy that comes up that takes you off this plateau. But it's going to serve you, okay, if you just go, okay. It's like whenever we have these blips, I call them blips or triggers, right? Don't get too mired in the emotion of it. You can still observe it from an observer point of view and be external to it. There's a big difference between being so in something that you're lost in the story and being on the outside of the story and going, oh, this is just an experience, okay? I am not my experiences. I am the observer of my experiences, okay? That's what your shifting is in your perception, if you're following. You can get down about it. You can be in a power struggle. You can, experience this loss of this high vibe. But I think that when we go through that healing work, it's just like, oh, I just forgot for a minute. It's like in the future, I think you're just going to forget for a minute. But that's the joy, because it's like you go away from that vibe, and then you're like, oh, I forgot. And then you come back, okay? And that's the thing is, you're going to forget. We are in a state of spiritual amnesia here, okay, in this plane. It's so easy to forget to be self-aware, okay? This is the observer, okay? The observer. is alert, okay? You might have a period of time in the next few weeks where you're going to like, oh, I lost it. I lost it, Jenna. But that's okay. And this lost it could be, oh my God, major fears coming up. I'm going through that period in a movie where there's like scary monsters, right? And they're not real, okay? They're the monsters within us, all right? Because you're reaching a new level of spiritual awareness. And sometimes spirit will throw these, it's your own healing, okay? You go deeper into your own healing, you're going to hit pockets of fear. They're just pockets, okay? They're just these little gaps. You don't need to be overcome by them. What's this fear? It really feels like fear, this devil energy. Fear of loss, fear of failure. Fear of the unknown is a big one. Yeah, fear of heartbreak, fear of pain. I think you're moving through a period of, some of you, it's an actual person that hurt you, and you're taking a stand for yourself, a friend, someone who maybe says some words that aren't kind. It hurts you. Or you're reliving old memories that hurt you and reorienting and healing those parts of you, those emotions, right? Old emotions, old debris, old baggage. Some of you, this is healing around the state of the world. I'm getting a global vibe here, Gemini. You're doing some like global cleanup here in your healing work. You're like, no, I'm going to take on a little bit of the collective here because I can. Because my heart's that big. I think that your heart breaks because you're afraid for what's ahead in the world. You could be tapping into a deep, deep collective vibe of the fear, okay, that I was talking about in this retrograde, where, conspiracy theories start to turn up and you're just like, whatever, because it's starting to turn up right now. I know y'all hear it. And I think you're like, nope, I'm going to take a stand against fear around anything that's breaking my heart open. I'm going to love even harder. And I'm not going to go in the direction of fear. I think there's some sort of test coming up, and it's going to be different for all of you. But I think that you were really looking fear in the eye. Fears that came up in your past, fears that are coming up in the collective. And you're just saying, you just love harder, Gemini. You just love harder. What's the hidden truth here? The Wheel of Fortune. I'm telling you, you have an attitude of gratitude this month. And it's gorgeous. Gorgeous. It's time to bring in all the conflicting parts of yourself. I feel this more of an internal shift that you're going through. All right? Between if you name, your fears, whatever they are. I'm afraid of not being seen, not feeling heard. I don't feel worthy. Whatever it is, I'm afraid of getting older. I'm afraid of dying. Whatever your fear is, it's like you're looking at it and you're going, you don't scare me anymore. This is incredible. Wheel of Fortune, what's the hidden truth here? The reversal of fortune. It's like you're taking a look at your past and you're like, wow, I'm grateful even for the hard stuff. You are. Golly. Spirit just keeps hitting it over the head. The Judgment, the King of Wands, the Hangman over the Wheel of Fortune. You were becoming enlightened. You were becoming enlightened. This is your enlightenment. You have a destiny, Gemini. And I think you're realizing it more and more. And it has a lot to do with unconditional love. You came here to hold a higher vibration of love on this planet. And I think that you have so much fury and passion and drive and ambition and desire. And you're going to make some really important decisions from a higher enlightened state. And it's bringing you everything you could ever want in your life. I think you're moving forward boldly in the direction of your destiny. And you were doing nothing but gaining enlightenment. For those of you who, if you've had this inner longing your whole life, I just want to know God. I just want to feel alive. I want to feel at peace. I mean, you have a beautiful intention of being a way shower of peace and love and harmony in this world. And I think that you're embodying it. Something is shifting within you, Gemini. This Hanging Man, you've had it 3 times. Was it? I think you had it, where was it? On the base energy. No, maybe just twice. These pauses are so important for you. It's where you find your strength. I'm telling you, there's just you have so much faith. So much faith. It is beautiful. It's blowing me over. I said, look at the bottom of the deck. Telling you, there's something nostalgic happening to you. You're going back and you're like diving into your stories. You could be writing them down. Because you want to remember. You have this remembrance and this reverence for your life. And you're gaining so much enlightenment. There's some sort of inner fire burning within you, Gemini. These beautiful decisions that you're making, they are profound. So the hidden truth is there is great change going on within you, and it's beautiful. You just keep holding that love and that gratitude. There's amazing things that have happened to you in your life, and I think you're at a lot of you are paying it forward and giving to other people. In your faith, it's like you could just be going out in the world. I'm telling you, this is when you hold the love for all humanity. We're talking energy of Buddha, Gandhi, Mother Teresa, Jesus, Mary Magdalene. I mean, the list goes on and on. What did all these people have in common? They touched people's hearts. So Gemini, you go out there and you touch people's hearts with you. It's your gift, okay? It is powerful. Give it freely. This world needs you, okay? Wow.